Good morning, everybody. We are on our third trip to the island. It is still fairly early in the morning. We got chores done, and we've been on the road for about a half an hour now. And yeah, we've got a few places in mind. We've kind of narrowed our search down to the eastern side of the island that we like the most, and so we're going to spend a little bit more time there. Also going to spend some time talking to an individual we talked to last time who had a property that was very interesting to us. So we're going to explore that a little bit more and see if that's something for us or not. Yeah, that's what we're up to. So we got another 3 hours, a little over 3 hours driving, and then we'll be on the island again. And we'll probably film some more stuff there about properties and such. And just hope you enjoy coming along with that. Yeah, for us it's springtime. We really would love to be on our own piece of dirt farming something. We don't want that to make us rush into buying something, but we are definitely desiring a farm and something to do. You see the tractors out there, you see the people out in the gardens. It's just springtime. We should have a farm. That's kind of our thing to do. So we're definitely looking forward to that, and itching to buy some land somewhere, wherever that entails, or what that entails. But it has to be the right place. This is hopefully our last move. We've moved quite a bit, and we want this to be a good spot that we can live for many, many years and enjoy. Lord willing, anyway, if he calls us to another place, then that's what we'll do. But our plan is a forever home, and so we want to be careful about our search. So yeah, come along. So we're cruising around looking at a property. This is one that this farmer we talked to last time, he mentioned he had this 200 acres that is partially cleared, mostly pasture. It's got good fences on it. Seems like they're fairly solid on most of it. And we're just up the one side road, so it fronts on a road, and then there's also a road that goes about halfway back the one side. And then behind it, I don't think there's anything there. Somebody is farming a little bit beside here. You can see it's all pastured there as well. So nice little piece so far. We're just kind of trying to decide what the lay of the land is here, whether it's dry or wet. Looks very, very sandy here. Not exactly the greatest dirt for growing, but good for pasture. And on this side, the other side looks better, but we'll have to walk around over there yet. And now we're just trying to see if there's any maple trees, but we're not finding anything yet. Looks like lots of pine, spruce, and tamarack so far. Some cedar. So we will take a look from the other side as well, see what that comes like, and then I want to throw a drone over it yet too. So. All right, we came in off the other side road. I threw the drone up off that ridge back there. Stunning. There's a few maples up there. Not a lot of maples on this property, but there's a high ridge over there. Nice spots to build, and that kind of overlooks this side as well as the other side. I don't know where the original homestead would have been. Probably up there. We're coming down to the river here now. We're going to take a look at that from the air. It looked like there was a little sandy beach or something. This side here, we were on the other side of that bush before on the side road, coming this way, and I flew the drone up over into these fields. So that's all bush. I think that 100 is pretty well bush, and this 100, I'm not sure if it's an actual split that way or not. It is 200 acres. And then that one there, you can see a tree line, and that's kind of the edge here on this side. So there's quite a chunk of grassland in here. Hasn't all been cut for a while, but it looks like it could be again, and it is quite bumpy. He's let the cattle in here for years, I guess. I don't know. So they've got lots of little potholes from the cow's feet. But we can work with that. And I think obviously he's been cutting. You can kind of tell part of this is greener. He must have cut some hay off, or somebody cut some hay off of that portion. So far we're pretty intrigued. It's a nice little property, nice walk, good exercise. So here's the sandy beach. It's not totally sand, it's a mixture of clay and sand, and it is a bit of a drop. Here goes the puppy. So you can see it is a little bit of a drop in here. It's funny, I got a point. I'm pointing way out in the grass field to make my finger in the right spot, but anyway, so beautiful. There is trout in here, apparently. The guy says, oh, go to the river, see if you can find any fish. So, sounds like a feller will be able to go back here and fish anyway. We looked at the property, went back to talk to the gentleman again, and he's actually changed his mind. So, sort of. Just at this point, with COVID and everything, he's not comfortable selling it. He got talking to somebody else, and he's thinking it's not a good idea to sell it because he's worried going into a recession, having that money in the bank account could get taken. So I don't know if that's a realistic fear or not, but it is the one that he has, and he thinks he's better off waiting till maybe the fall or the following spring before he sells it. Of course, that doesn't really suit us. We would like to buy something right now, and really did like that property, quite fell in love with it. So yeah, if it's meant to be, it'll be. We want to stick with that. If that's the property that God has in mind for us, then it's going to fall into place, and if not, then something else will pop up. He'll make something else available. But that's where that property's at now, and we are back to searching some more. Okay, another little gem. We just talking out loud to ourselves. We're saying, hey, you know what? If we can't find a farm right now because there's not much listed, maybe we can just find something else that's somewhat suitable, and it gives us a place to live on the island, because we decided we really like it here. We could find something like that. We could still grow some food, put a garden in, raise a few critters on something, and keep our eyes open for land. As long as whatever we buy is cheap enough, then we can maybe do both. I found one fixer-upper. We've done that before. We could buy that, put some money into it, flip it, and now we're looking at this other one we just happened to see coming on the way by. So it's a cordwood house. It just got wood stacked up on top of itself, or like this, which I've actually heard is pretty good insulation depending on how thick the wall is. And it's just a little place. The guy lives here. It's a cottage basically, but you would be allowed to year-round live. It is totally off-grid. It has solar power for electricity. It's got a wood stove in here for heat, apparently. Hopefully there's nobody in here. I was told there's nobody here today. Maybe peeking in. Yeah, so it's got a wood stove in the middle. I don't know if you can see in there or not. A little bit. Definitely not very big. Outhouse. What else? Wood stove for heat. It does have propane they use for cook stove. And then solar for electricity, like I said. No water up here. They bring all their water in. Yeah, I don't know what all these outbuildings are. There's this thing here. Almost looks like a generator box of some kind, but probably just something to keep locked for the bears, maybe. No idea. Got a nice view though. Coming off the front of the property here, you can see quite a ways out the front over there. So that's kind of neat. I don't know if it's anything for us though, but I thought we'd drive up here and take a look. It's quite a windy drive coming up, bouncing. Four-wheel drive might not hurt to come up here, but yeah, kind of neat. And this is what you get here. There's no topsoil. You don't have to worry about cutting the lawn here very much. She's pretty rocky up on the top. And from what I understand from the realtor, basically the whole property looks like that. So it would make for a beautiful cottage if somebody's looking. This place is on the market. Looks like we've got a little bit of a ladder going down here, and there is some grassy areas. For us, with a few critters, you could easily pasture something on that. I actually don't mind it, but I don't know if we would actually buy it. It's just something cool to look at. Okay, here's another one. This is a real fixer-upper. Posted, no trespassing, keep out. It's very close to the road. The only thing we would be buying this for, yeah, you're good there. The only thing we'd be buying this for is for temporary living and then flipping it. House isn't bad. Looks like it's got some good character. Roof line's straight. That's what I like to look into for an older house. Make sure the roof line, a lot of them are sagged out, and then they're hardly worth repairing. But as long as the roof line's straight, you're still good to go. Foundation looks like it's been kept up, and as long as the water gets shedded away, you're good. So we've been told we can wander around here. Got a nice little yard. We're not getting a realtor showing. She's actually off the island today and didn't think she could find someone else to show it. So nice two-car garage. Looks like it's in decent shape, a little bit newer shape. Maybe that's why he's, in my opinion, this isn't overpriced, but maybe that's why he's asking that, because that garage is actually not in terrible shape. It's a little bit buckled on the bottom down there, but and so it's got two road frontages, which is nice if you wanted to sell something off the road. Other than that, it's supposedly just basically swamps, bush and swamp. There's not a single stitch of farmland on here. Although the swamp, the way I look at swamp anyway, it usually has some pretty good fertile dirt in there if you can keep the water out. So if you can somehow drain part of it, at least you'd have something to grow a garden on, if nothing else. But yeah, it's got character. Got to peek in some of these windows yet. I like this flagstone around the house. That's kind of cool. Some steps going down. That there might be not worth keeping. But it's actually a lot bigger. No, the wife's definitely worth keeping. So, got a walkout basement. That's cool. I'm not sure what that structure there is, but we do have a walkout basement here. And that looks like a tearaway. I'm guessing there was a lot of overgrown logs. From what I understand, the people that used to be here passed on, and the fella that inherited it lives in the States and isn't able to cross the border. But happens to be one of you watching. Thanks for letting us look at your place. Anyway, he's not able to come across the border, and so he's throwing it on the market. So I actually think the property's got a load of character, a load of potential. Definitely overpriced. But there's options here. I mean, this is not all swamp. A lot of this stuff could be cleared out, thinned out, I guess I should say, not cleared. I'd keep all the bigger trees, more desirable stuff, thin out everything else, mulch it, get some grass growing, put some fences around here, and throw Buttercup and the goats in here. I think it would be kind of cool. So, yeah, in my opinion, it's got some promise, but not as a forever farm. Just as a temporary thing. So this one was 50 acres. I can't remember if I said that or not. 50 acres with just this house and the garage there. Something to consider. A little fun on the sand. Eli, you having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Throwing sand. Beautiful spot. We just couldn't resist. We pulled over for a minute. The kids have been begging to go for a dip. So, not all of them. Some of them haven't got in very deep. You can see the water line. This one hasn't got in very deep either. But there's a couple of them having a bit more fun. Beautiful spot. I just honestly can't get over how clear the water is everywhere. Right? It's just stunning. You can see right through the water. This is nice. Very nice. Alright, we are off the island, heading back onto the mainland. And and just had a really nice day, enjoyable day. Kids are singing. Just been a great day, fun, lots of sun. Got burnt on my arms, and I think a few other places and other people that are burnt too. So really enjoyed it though. Got to see lots of sights, saw some cool birds we haven't seen before, and yeah, all in all it was good. Saw some cool properties. So heading back home now. Hope you all enjoy the property search with us as much as we enjoy it. Although it is stressful, and not super stressful yet, but we just don't know. Yes, it is. No, Denise's nodding her head. Yeah, it is stressful, she says. We just don't know where we're going to end up, and we'd like to find a piece of property somewhere sooner rather than later and get started on it, and get farming on it, and doing stuff. So, yeah, anyway, that's a little bit stressful. But we'll find a place at some point. God's leading. We're so thankful for the good comments and stuff that you guys are leaving, encouraging words, and just the prayers. That means a lot to us, and just appreciate you following along with us. If you're new to the channel, we're looking for a home. We are homeless right now, and we have been for about a month, and we're looking for a home, a new farm in Ontario, and yeah, we have a list of criteria, I guess, of what we feel is important for us. So trying to fill or fit as many of those criteria into a farm as possible, which means we're being pretty fussy, but at the same time we're planning for a forever home, and don't really want to move again. So that's what we're on to, and we appreciate you joining us. Like I said, if you are new though, you could subscribe and like our videos and drop a comment down below. We absolutely love hearing feedback, good feedback. We love hearing it, and the encouragement